Hello everybody and welcome back to some more Trove. So today I'm going to be on the Boomerranger, I think it's Ranger, but anyway, I'm going to be on this guy, and I look beautiful, don't I, without a head. I'm magical. I'm, role-playing. I deleted my head because magic, but anyway, the sword actually goes really cool. But anyway, besides all that stupid stuff that no one cares about, I'm going to be using a sword because the bow doesn't really, it's not really good on the boomer as far as I remember, but we're just going to go into this being Uber 9 Fire World, because I need fire gems, not for my boomer, because I don't really play the boomer. I kind of just swapped my gems over to my, from my Shadow Hunter to my boomer, so obviously, I do have a couple other gems. I do have the other class gem, which doesn't have a crit hit. And unfortunately, I only have 83 crit hit. But I have it, so I have the Vial of Unleashed Power, which triggers your, flasks when you actually use the ult. And I have Sure Strike, so press 2, and I get 103 crit hit. And this is really nice for the boomer. Obviously, my setup is not good at all for Shadow Tower. I don't even think that the boomer is good for Shadow Tower in general, but really good because right click makes it so reduces, like, when you catch the boomerang, it actually reduces your cooldown. But I'm saying this as if like none of you actually know what the Boomeranger is, but I guess maybe in case you didn't have the class, now you do. Like, now you know. Now you do, as in, like, now you have the class. That would be nice, right? Just everyone has the class now, but this is still good for what I do, because what I do is I go up here, press 2, you're dead, because 54 million damage. And the reason why I have a crit hit, because, obviously because the 83 crit hit, or Sure Strike, I mean, but the reason why I used to have the, what's it called? The Chronomancer, emblem, which reduces your cooldown. I used to be using that, but you would be surprised how often 83% actually fails on classes that aren't like the Shadow Hunter, because, lower attack speed, so it's bad. And I'm not used to stuff like that because, Shadow Hunter, and it's so good. Everything is good. It's better when you're part of a team or something. Is that how the song goes? Probably not. Probably. But whatever. So, 6 mil a hit. That's not that bad. And my gems aren't, the best either. What am I actually using? The Knight subclass? You know what? That doesn't really matter. I like how I have 7 Vial Unleashed Power. That doesn't matter though. Like, I don't need it. Oh, hello, Stellar. I don't need it. I can't get up the hole, but I don't need this subclass. I'm gonna go with the, see, sometimes I do go with this one because, the reduced cooldown, but I'm just gonna go with this one just because the, more physical damage. Did I actually get the, okay, yeah, got the loot. So let's go on over to, if I could actually see where my stupid thing was. So let's just go on and kill everyone that we see. Pretty much, that's what we always do. But, I actually like, is this not a dungeon? Okay, yeah, it's completed. But this is, I like the boomer just because he's really good for adventuring. Well, at least in my case, because, 53 mil, that basically one-shots anything in Uber 9, like the boss-wise. I don't know about 3 stars, it might barely not kill the 3 stars in one hit. But for the most part, it just one-shots them all, so I don't know. I also have the class gem, which I barely use a class gem because, the fact that I just kill everything in one hit, and I don't use the boomer in Shadow Tower, so there's no point of having the class gem. I'm on this dragon obviously because of how good it is. It's basically the best dragon in the game to farm with, in my opinion anyway. I know a lot of people say it's not just because of the water, but in my opinion it is, just because, it does the most block damage in the game. It does more block damage than Fortress. Going inward, I mean, Fortress does more block damage downward, but this dragon does more block damage inward, if that makes any sense. So you want inward and not outward, or strike that, reverse it. You want whatever, something. I just said like some dumb stuff. My brain is all over the place. Is that a hole? Yeah, it is. So the good thing about this is the dungeons are like so far apart that I like next to never need to use my boomerang like in the fire area, just because of how far the dungeons are sometime. But now that I say that, watch, I'm gonna have to be using my boomerang everywhere I go, just because that's how like that's how Joe works, right? So yeah, inward damage, inward explosion, inward block, destroyness, and it's good. It's probably not as fast as a Shadow Hunter, because a Shadow Hunter, you know, is range and has a lot more range, so you can hit the target from a lot farther, as opposed to the Boomer. So technically, I guess that's faster. I don't know. I will say for like Cursed Skulls and that, it is better with this because it's melee. You know, the range, trying to hit multiple things with the range is like meh. You know, it kind of doesn't really work all the time. The only reason why I'm living, by the way, is because I have like 600k health, so I can actually take a lot of hits. But I shouldn't have this much health if I actually had crit hit and all that. What do I? Okay, yeah, it's this. So I don't know if, like, it's weird because I find this more enjoyable, I guess, like farming wise, but definitely for Shadow Tower I'm just gonna stick with the Shadow Hunter. But then I have to swap my gems back, and it's like meh. Whatever. You gotta price to pay, I guess, for wanting good things, for wanting so many things, actually. Man, like, that's the other reason why I don't like farming with others. It's like I can't see where I have to go. But let's just do a couple more dungeons, and then you know, then that'll probably be it. I want to actually start playing more classes. I was going to say heroes because I'm too used to Overwatch, but too many classes, or too many, should play more classes just because, you know, just I guess show them off. But I don't know, magic gems are kind of iffy because I don't know if I can even go into Uber 10 with all of them. Like, I might be able to go to Uber 8, but besides that, you know, I don't know. I want to see how much damage my Bakwam actually does. Well, I can't really test it, and that did like 600k damage, I think, because it didn't crit. And you're dead because I said so. And it's also really nice, you know, because the ult is really fast, and whenever I press 2, I'm also getting 50% of my health back, so really nice. Like, if I have my ult, like, just passively, and if I'm gonna die, just press 2, and I'm healed, like 118k. Like, it's really nice. Or, well, actually, I would think I was only healed that much, because I was only missing that much, but you know what I mean. It's just good. Thanks for your help. I don't think he's talking to me, because everything's about me, right? How many boxes do I actually have? 120. So we have this bow, and we also got this. Another bow. Nice. I need to actually start farming more Eclipse keys, because I need to get my flux up. I'm at 421k. That's from Shadow Tower. I need to actually get the keys so I can get Shadow Cash. Because what I was doing was I was actually farming for Stellar drops, and all the flux that I had, it was from Stellars, not from the Shadow Cash, because a lot of people actually run Shadow Tower for the Shadow Cash and sell those, but obviously, like I said, I was going for the Stellar drops and selling those for 10k each, the soul anyway, or not 10k, but selling it for 5k, but I got, you know, you get 2.5k when you loot it, so it's actually technically more than what you actually sell it on the market, if that makes any sense. And Bach Bomb of Destiny. For these guys, I don't know, it's like, sometimes I don't use the ultimate because, to be honest, there's not really much point. I just use my Bach Bomb because it's added damage. The main reason why I stopped playing the Boomerang, I know this is kind of a, you know, off-topic thing, but it's you know, it's about the Boomer, so I guess I'm pretty sure I've already told it or talked about this, but I used to actually main the Boomer, but ever since they nerfed his class gem, I just moved, because your class gem, the chickens that came out of your class gem actually used to do the same damage as your earned chickens, which your earned chickens do the same damage as your basic attack. So imagine every single chicken that I have doing 6.1 mil. Well, everyone but 3. So that's basically 3 other me's fighting. Like, I guess, but classes like Gunslinger are so much better. It's like, why would you nerf that? Like, it seems bad, and to be honest, I guess it is, like, if you stack it, because you can actually, let me actually show you. I think this is why they actually did it, but let me go to Team Pixel, but I'm pretty sure this is why they nerfed it, and if it is, then it kind of makes sense, but their solution was kind of really bad, you know. Instead of making it better, they just take it away. That's basically the devs right there. They just take stuff away. But anyway, this is what this was. So if we go over and put on the Chrono emblem, basically this is not really beneficial. So I don't really know why you would do this. It's just kind of for entertainment. Let me see if the biome's open. No, it's not. But you could do this if you wanted to. And you could use your alt 2 to get the chickens from there. Obviously, with this costume, they're doves, so I know chickens sounds weird, but imagine all of these doves, or chickens, whatever you want to call them, imagine all of them doing 6.1 mil a hit, and imagine them all hitting one enemy. Now, you know, that's mainly good for Shadow Tower, but then again, why, you know, under any normal circumstances, you wouldn't be, you know, wasting your flasks like this and just, you know, summon the doves. I don't even think it's worth it. It might be worth it. I don't know, maybe if you did more damage. But, yeah, like, stuff like this. And the thing is, you know, multiple boomers could do this, which, if you had, like, a group of 8 boomers with all these chickens out, it would just be total chaos. But, like I said, they could just limit it so you could only have, like, 3 out at a time, or technically 6, because what if you could also get it from the urn, so, you know, RNG. So just make it so you can only have 6 at a time. That would be a lot better of a solution than actually nerfing them. But that's just me, so I'm going to stop the video right here, guys. So in the next episode, we are going to play a random class, maybe the Lunar Lancer, actually, because, you know, it's a physical class. I haven't really touched him in so long, and you know, I actually have physical gems. So see you later, and goodbye.